Today we'll be trying to get 3 wins with the Dread Wringer D, the much more looked down upon second kit of the Dread Wringer. First one came with Suction Bomb and Reef Slider, so not that great of a special. So people were hoping for maybe a bit of a better kit with this one, with the special being better in some way, shape, or form. But, well, you did get a maybe better special in some points. You got somewhat worse of a sub-weapon. It does work. You can tell it's supposed to be a support weapon, and with the main weapon painting quite a bit, it does kind of fill that role somewhat well, though maybe not as good as some other weapons. You have squid beacons as your sub-weapon, which is self-explanatory. You jump to them when you need to, and if you forget to put them out, then they're kind of serving no purpose. So try to put them out as much as you can. As for Wavebreaker, it does combo with your 2 sloshes, but it won't really combo with your single slosh, even the stronger one. So it is nice to have if you are hitting a lot of double sloshes, or if it's just a complete chaos field and everyone's taking a bunch of chip damage. But if they're not, then it might kind of feel inconsequential most of the time. It does have its uses, forces people to jump or marks them if they don't, and can also just be a meat shield if you want to use it. And actually this kit kind of has a lot of uses for shields, since your sub weapon also takes HP too. Either way, the goal is 3 wins, and if we get 3 in a row without any losses, we'll go for a 4th win. I'll see you in the first match. Alright, match number 1, we have double Dread Wringer. This is becoming an oddly common occurrence where I'm having a Ditto weapon on the same team. It's not the Dread Wringer D, so it's not as uncommon, since the regular one's pretty good at doing what it does, but it is still kind of weird when you see that. We outrange most everything. I think we may match range with the vertical on the Flingza, but I want to say we also might just outrange it too. So we're going to actually be able to play this pretty safely, but still commanding at some points. You see the scale over here, so I'm going to try to get him. Our teammate gets him. That 90 damage is just really nice to combo with other weapons if you hit both sloshes. And even if not, you're still taking a shot away from either of your single sloshes, which is really good. Did not see the bomb. It's kind of a bad spot for it for me. It's a really good spot to place it, especially if someone's coming up, going straight towards that basket. I'm not going to jump in there. I do have drop rollers still equipped from last time, so I probably need to switch off of that, but for now we'll have to deal with it. But there was no real point for me jumping in there because it was just very sketchy. I'm going to work on some paint because this weapon paints really well. And I think that's might be where I'm going to be effective. Those strikes just completely threw me off. Okay, didn't need to go down there. I probably could have just went back and been fine, but I did just kind of get freaked out by the strikes. All right, we'll jump into the left here. I do need to start placing beacons because I have not been doing that. And since they do seem to be fairly aggressive, I need to try to not immediately just collapse and die. And try to be a little bit more, not aggressive, but again, more commanding and trying to stay back and make sure they can't reach me. I'm just getting way too close to be hit by the horizontal flicks of that roller. Especially considering it's not even the good ones, it's the weaker version of the regular spot roller. At the very least horizontal wise, so if you're getting killed by that with a weapon that outranges it, you're probably a little too close. I mean, unless you're like using a Splatoon stamper and trying to get the one-shots, but I'm not sure if you would actually want to do that or not. Really just depends on the situation. Oh boy, okay, I'm seeing what this team is. Lots of bombs. They've got 4 bombs. So I can't just jump as often as I would like, and I'm just kind of putting us into bad situations. This would be where I would throw bombs myself, but I don't quite have those, so I'll have to try to get around that. I'm going to shoot at this thing, try to get some paint on the map. I'm definitely letting that roller get too close. He does have Ninja Squid, so I guess he is probably trying to shark a little bit more forward, but I probably want to work a little bit more on just making sure we have paint support. Granted, we don't have the most aggressiveness. I mean, really, we do. It's not necessarily just about aggressiveness, though. Because the brush is going to be aggressive, but it's not going to be the best at slaying because it is the ink brush. Alright, lots of bombs just being thrown out everywhere. I'm surprised I don't see any sub-saver because they're just getting out a lot of bombs. Yeah, I'm just completely out of range there, unfortunately. Alright, they're jumping in here. I'm not quite sure where. They might be trying to go for that block. I need to slow down. I'm just getting a little too quick here. Because again, if we're getting killed by much shorter ranged weapons, then either we're not putting up enough of a fight when we have control, or we're just running way too close to their ink. So I'm going to try to follow closely behind. I'm going to go ahead and use this, try to stay out of the range of a bomb. I can very easily just get some free hits in. Even if I'm not getting them killed, they are going to still have to back up because they're going to have a lot of damage on them. So I'm just going to try to hold them back here. We are in the lead, which is good. I do believe I see someone coming off to the right here, so I'll have to be careful. He's going to throw those strikes out. We don't paint too quickly for movement, so we also need to be careful about that. It's very similar to Expulsion in that regard. Yeah, that's a bit... Oh, not great. Try to get behind the wall here so don't just die. Again, those bombs are just really annoying. They come out at the wrong times, and if I were using a faster weapon, it would be one thing, but it's more like the dynamo that gets completely bodied by any splat bombs just being spammed because you have such a long wind up. Granted, the fact that we're dying this much and we're still technically in the lead is a good thing, I guess, but I don't think I'm really contributing to that. I think it's just our teammates doing a pretty good job. I see someone off over here, I think. I saw something. I don't know what I saw, but it certainly threw me off for a second. Alright, I'm going to be prepared to move back if anyone rushes me. I'm going to try to keep some information and eyes on the map and just be prepared to move back for a bomb or something. I have a feeling. Yep, there we go. Okay, don't die to this. Special rush coming in. I can't get away from that in time, though, because I didn't have any paint over there. If they get that in, we lose, but we have pretty strong front maybe here. If we can get a lot of bombs on that spot, they should be able to reach it. Teammates get the cleanup, and that will be our first win once the timer goes down. I don't think they'll be able to get there in time. So, not great performance on my part, but we did do some things at the very least. All right, match number 2. Range Blaster is probably going to be the scariest as long as we try to do better than we did last time and stay at range and not let them get too close to us. Only Ninja Squid weapon is the Flash Blaster, which is quite interesting, so we might not have to deal with it too much. I do believe there's actually a couple of people hiding over there. I think it's just the Try, though. Or at the very least in Try's range. Back up, please. Thank you. So we won't have to worry about that too much. I actually got him, which is really good. Just gonna try to be supporting fire here, not try to play the main Slayer game here because I don't want to be the one up front to take damage. Only one really up front is actually their umbrella. Ooh, that's not good. All right, we're good. I think he's still down there. That is not the range blaster. Even if it was, I was still too close to it. In fact, I was probably quite in its blast radius. If it had actually been there and attacked, I probably would have still been dead anyway, so not smart on my part. Very good. Might be a little bit of lag, but that's fine. We get used to that. Oh, hold on. All right, we get the kill. Not a trade too, which is good. I'm going to try to just recover HP. Please don't draw him over here. Be really nice. Back up. I think he backed up too. Never mind. That is his friend. I am getting confused by the blast marks. Not the blast marks, the blast animation. I thought he moved back very far, but no, he was still hiding there, and I did just kind of get comboed to death, but I think it's fine. Go back here. We haven't made any points, really haven't made any power climbs either, so we need to maybe try to be better at this. I really am just trading a lot, which I guess could be worse, since we are at a stalemate. I don't have to worry about them getting too much ground. I don't like this jump spot, but I am going to try to make it and roll away. I need to go for special here, probably. It's not going to help too much, but it will keep them from getting too close to us. All right. Got the Brella on the left, Zuka on the right. We're going to wait for the Zuka. We lost 2 people to the Zuka, though, so now we're going to have to start defending again. I'm going to try to help my teammate out with some paint. Keep him in front of me. If he moves too far back, then I'm going to have to move back with him and try to make sure they can't just rush me. This guy's going to run towards me, so I'm good. Use this as a meat shield. He did take the bait, however, lag is getting a little bit worse, which is not great. Hopefully he just runs straight into that. Come on. You're very close to running into that. He did finally, thankfully. I think that's Clash, so I can actually press him. I just don't quite know where the range is. I do believe he's up on the right, maybe? Yes, along with the Brella, so we still need to be careful. I'd like to maybe get closer, but I'm really just having to be a little bit more patient because of my ink consumption. That is our strike, so don't have to worry too much about them. And I am the one up front, so we still have to be careful. However, if we can combo together, we should be good here. I'm just going to try to suppress. There we go, good. He's not down either, so that's great. We can start another push over here. I am going to actually place this down and maybe get a quicker jump spot for our teammates who are spawning back in. Place another one over here, just in case that one gets destroyed. It might. Oh, he might press that. He is not. It's waiting for a teammate. I'm going to paint behind the Brella. That way the Brella can't rush behind its shield without taking a little bit of damage if he is that close. Kind of down here. Okay, yeah. Very much a lot of lag in this match, but I think we should be fine as long as we stay back far enough away. Okay, good. Got the Try over here. I'm going to paint around him. and make sure he can't just encroach upon my teammates for free. That's not good. We don't like that. Back up. He's still over there. Okay, didn't expect quite the jump in from the Brella. Brella doesn't see me though, so I might be able to get a back hit on him. No. Hold on. Got some damage. Shoot it up into the air, try to arc that. That is nice, but we still haven't made any points. This is very much a long stalemate, so hopefully we can get something going here. Alright, did die there. This might be their chance to actually make a push. Again, I think we just lack a little bit of ability to actually get them all wiped out and push forward. Maybe I'm being a little too passive. I don't think I am, though. I think anytime I get too close, I'm just going to get destroyed. So that's not good for me. Maybe I need to try to take some different angles. Maybe that'll help out a little more. Alright, let's not take the damage from the wave breaker. Not too much at the very least. Alright, we've got this going. Bombs are going to be a bit annoying, so I'm going to just try to suppress on this right side, or left side, actually. And we should be able to get that in. Use my teammates as a shield, that way I can deal some damage to the Brella. Get a lot of points in here, so even if they do try to make a counter push, it's going to be very hard for them to actually get anything going from that, and we will take the win because we're still putting points in. Alright, match number 3, another somewhat aggressive team, but not anything really outranges us still, which I'm really happy for. We're getting a lot of good matches here with that. Again, we can't just feel completely comfortable with that, but it will make it certainly easier to not have to worry about where I stand, as long as there's no real threat of any enemy ink and threnemy or anything like that. Alright, so I think they're going to maybe try to press down here, so I'll try to keep some paint on the bottom. Glass parts of the map are always just kind of an annoyance, but at the very least, we do have range long enough to actually reach over them. So we will be able to play around that a bit better than some other weapons that have to actually reach that. Alright, hold on. I'm surprised I'm still alive here. I've got to back away, though. Okay, wall up on the left probably means that that is the reflux. And I think he's just backing away pretty far. Try to get that guy. Didn't get any damage on him, but it did back him up, so I guess that's good. Just make sure they can't approach us. Since they're going to be very aggressive, we just kind of have to stop them. Very good. Okay, we broke the barrier, but our teammate got the clam in and died, so I can't jump to him and get anything else out. However, we stopped the reef slider, which is good. I probably would have died to that. I would have found a way. I maybe could have gotten out of it, but I don't think I had enough ink around me to actually get there. Gonna just work on some more paint cleanup. That way, they can't just rush us, because that's really what they're trying to do. I'm not sure if they're getting a real good concerted effort to do that, but they are doing a lot of individual pushes. So as long as we can stop that, we should be fine. 80 lead is not great, but hopefully we can get something else going at some point. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst parts. Not really a big fan of Reef Slider. It's not particularly great, and when you do die to it, it just kind of feels like, well, I guess I maybe could have done something about that. It's more similar to Splashdown in 2, where you just want to notice whenever it's ready. You can't actually cancel it, like in... I probably could have jumped out there, but it didn't really matter. But you can't cancel it, like with Splashdown. However, it is a bit more linear and slower, and it is more terrain dependent than Splashdown. Splashdown's not good at all because you can cancel it. It's very telegraphed, so you also can't stop it that easily, or you can stop it pretty easily as well. The opposite of what I said. I'm surprised he didn't die there, but it's fine. Oh, hold on. Try to get damage. That's where those individual sloshes do hurt a bit whenever you're hitting 2 of them, but it's still taking like 3 or 4 volleys to actually get a kill from it. That's the, one dude, what's it called? The sploosh. I'm just going to try to attack him. I don't really know quite where he's at. He hasn't jumped out yet. He did probably back down to the right, though. We're not being aggressive as we should be. And yeah, we do have a lot of slower weapons, or half of our team is slower weapons, but hopefully, yeah, really need to get some people in. I need to try to paint a little bit better, too, because we were just struggling with that. Not quite sure why, because our team's really good on paint, but I'll try to zip it and maybe see what I can do. Right, teammate gets a clam in. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to combo that. Not really. So they'll still be in the lead, but hopefully we can get something else going here soon, too. All right, we've taken the lead finally. I can get these in, that's great. I probably could have rather had my special in there because we did have 2 people over there. That would have helped them out a lot more than just getting a single clam in. But we do have a bit of a lead now. It was just kind of weird. We stood our ground. They stopped pushing so many power clams. That was the thing. They were getting so many clams and just pushing them that we really didn't feel comfortable making a push at the start. So once we finally got them off of our tails, then we were able to actually start making other kinds of pushes. All right. This is fine, I guess. I don't have a bomb I can just place, though. All right, that's fine. Did just kind of royally mess that up. I had plenty of chances to hit him, but should be able to stop that. We break the barrier once more, which is nice. Kind of started doing what they did and just throwing a bunch of random power clams at them, and they couldn't actually keep up with it because they were trying to do their own pushes. No one's over there, so I'm not even going to try to bother jumping that in. I think just defense is going to be our goal here. I'm not playing defense very well, but I will certainly try. We don't have to do it for very long. I think I want to be probably more in the middle here and just shoot some long shots here. Try to stop him. Okay, that's fine. He misses it, which is really good. I'm surprised they didn't hit him, but slasher hitboxes can be weird sometimes. And we will take the win from that. Very anticlimactic win. Most of these wins have been, but you know what? I'll take it. All right, we got 3 wins in a row, no losses, so we'll go for a 4th win. Enemy team is very slow. However, we do have to face a charger. I was hoping we wouldn't have to see one, but oh well, it's fine. We'll try to deal with that. We don't have the ability to jump as often now because we will just kind of be sitting in the air for long. But if we're out of its range, then we should be safe. So as long as we keep tabs on where it's at all times, we should be good. They're going to be very defensive, so we just need to make sure we're not losing to any pushes they make. And make sure that whenever we do make a push, we don't lose too horribly to their defense. I'm going to actually throw this up here. That's a splashdown. Hopefully that got out. It did. Might not do much. We only have 1 guy. He's going to have to move back. If he's going to stay safe, we'll try to jump to this beacon here. Probably should be placing beacons down a little more, but that's kind of always the thing. Okay. I don't like this. I'm jumping out. Didn't mean to actually hit this way, but we'll hit a BR to kind of throw them off because sometimes you'll just hit that button randomly. It is the same button you use to jump. Okay, so chargers up there. I'm going to actually go ahead and make a goal to actually place these, like I said before. That way, we can get some quicker respawns whenever they do make a push. This is interesting. Oh. Hold on, if I can take a trade, I'm fine with that. If I can get some damage off on them too, that would be good. I got a little bit of damage off on one of them, but it didn't really work out. All right, I guess I'm going to be the pushing piece here because I do have the range to actually kind of back them up. Oh, that's really good, but I don't have as much paint as I would really like to get down there anymore. So I will try to clean some stuff up over here. Okay, is that double vac or just single? It is double, so that means both of their longer, scarier one-shot weapons are down. Probably could have backed off. I was kind of thinking that maybe the wall was Jilby, but I know that's not the case. So I'm not quite sure why I did that other than just a lapse in judgment. Oh, dodge that. Okay, I'll place that down there. Just kind of be annoying on the sledge here. Make sure they can't stand there and attack from range. Not really much is really going to happen until we get some specials moving, probably, so that might not happen. Oh boy, recover. Oh boy, no, don't like this, don't like this. Oh, I've hit multiple things, but not quite enough for a KO yet. Okay, hello. That maybe should hit up there, not quite, just a little bit too far. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to keep being annoying over here. Teammates get a special going, which is absolutely great. Careful. Okay, did not realize that the vacuum was still there. That was my bad. Still a stalemate completely. Hopefully something will change soon. I don't like how the current board is looking, though. Alright, finally we get something in here. Ruled out of the explosion, but it's fine. I was kind of that sacrificial piece to get that in there. And we've only got 30 seconds left on the match. That was not a very involved match, other than just kind of pressing them backwards because they were the more defensive team. I'm the only one alive, so I need to make sure I don't just immediately collapse here, because they will be making a counterpush sometime soon. Maybe. If they just keep running at me, I should be able to back up somewhat. However, that explosion does outrange me, so I do need to be careful about that. They don't even have a power clam up front. and the only one is just way back there. So unless they get someone in to jump, which I don't think is going to happen, I think we were able to just get them right before they actually got any claims in, which is really nice. Friend is over here. Take him out with the help of my teammate, and that should be game. I really don't see anything happening there. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's our 4th win. Really nice. All right, and there's 3 wins with the Dread Wringer D. I never actually did switch off of Drop Roller, but it just kind of worked. I don't really know what to say about the games. They went okay. Certainly not as bad as some of the last few weapons that I had played that just kind of felt bad. Even here, I didn't do great, but I guess just the main weapon itself was able to carry. The kit's fine, does what it's supposed to do, and just kind of supports, but it doesn't feel as effective as maybe the first kit would feel. Either way, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a comment below and maybe even consider subscribing. Until next time.